Choice between such distinguished colleagues. Mr. Jacob Rees Mogg.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My right honourable friend must have noticed the response in this House and the response overnight to her statement. In proposing this folderol, is she going through the motions, or does she really believe in it?
Can I say to my honourable friend, I don't think I would have been standing here at the dispatch box and be in receipt of some of the comments that I've been in receipt of from colleagues on my own side and across the House if I didn't believe in what I was doing. I'm doing it because I genuinely believe it is in the national interest for us to leave the European Union with a deal. The only way to get a deal through is to get a withdrawal agreement bill through this House. There are issues this House disagrees on, and I believe those issues should be put to the House, and the House will determine those issues. And it will be at that point that this House and all members of this House will have to come to some decisions. At the moment, it has been possible through indicative votes to give indications, but actually they haven't been decisions that will be put into legislation. When the time comes to look at this matter, these will be decisions about what should be going ahead in terms of the government's position on this issue and what should be in legislation, and people will not be able to duck the issues. It will be necessary to come to agreement.
Well, the honourable gentleman doesn't need to chunter from a sedentary position like that. He's a very illustrious representative of Huddersfield. But the honourable gentleman for North East Somerset has just used a noun which I hazard a guess has probably not been used on any other occasion in this Parliament, or if it has, only by the honourable gentleman.
Because he's got a dead council.
We're grateful to the honourable gentleman. Mr. Peter Kyle.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What I welcomed most about the statement yesterday was its change in tone, markedly different from the ones that had gone before. Can I also express gratitude to the Prime Minister for the amount of time she has personally spent with members from across the House, including myself, through which she has disagreed with but engaged with in recent weeks. It is clear, though, that the contents of the statement yesterday has widened divisions, not actually healed divisions going forward. Can I urge her, in the 2 weeks before this bill comes before Parliament and this House, to carry on that engagement with an open mind and enter into discussions at least about what can be changed on the face of the bill going into the committee stage, in which case we will all have something to talk about at least. Otherwise, it's not even worth putting it forward in the first place.
Can I say to the honourable gentleman, obviously I'm happy to continue engaging across the House as I have been, and I thank him for his comments. Can I also suggest that, as his right honourable friend, the member for Don Valley, said earlier, I think it will be helpful to all members of the House to wait and see when the bill is published what the actual terms of the bill are. He is encouraging me to put a position on the face of the bill with which I do not agree, but I think it is right that what we do in the bill is enable this House to come to a decision on that particular issue.
Sir Knight, he represents a beautiful forest. Sir Desmond Swain.
Out by the end of July, she says. A Brexiteer of whatever flavour could grant the bill a second reading, saving their reservations for committee and make their final judgment at third reading, couldn't they? And what is a folderol?
Well, I think there are different definitions. A showy and useless item, allegedly, or an unnecessary or inconsequential fuss or something. But that's only the honourable gentleman's view of the matter. I'm not expressing any view on that matter at all. I was just intrigued by the endless lexicon of the honourable gentleman. The Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I have to say, I think when our honourable friend, the member for North East Somerset, used that word, he was not intending it to be complimentary about the package that the government has been brought forward. Now, my right honourable friend is absolutely right, of course, for the bill to get through, for it to be ratified, for the treaty to be ratified, for us to be able to leave at the end of July. It's not only getting second reading through, but also ensuring that the bill is confirmed at third reading. But by getting through second reading, it's possible to have those debates within the structure as the progress of the bill, on the key issues that remain, on the key issues in which there remain disagreement between members of this House, such that it will be possible, I believe, to come to an agreement that can see us leave the European Union.